Everybody, thanks for joining. I'm really excited today because I'm speaking with Glen Millar of Call Glen Again Handyman Services. The only question that I get more than the ones about prices or interest rates are, do I know a good handyman? I do, and he's coming to Pacific Beach, or he's in Pacific Beach, I should say. So Glen, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate your time today.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. So handymen tend to be very local, tend to be very busy. So you have expanded during the pandemic. Why don't you start by telling us what exactly it is service-wise you're offering and what's brought you to PB?
Well, we are both handyman services and a painting company as well. We started about 3 years ago. I'm not going to lie, it was completely by accident. This is my fourth business. All my previous businesses, I had long-term strategic plans, big binders to raise money. And this one was a complete and utter accident, I admit it. We had moved here and I was looking for a career position. And I fixed up my backyard and somebody said, "Hey, do you do any sheetrock?" "Yeah, I can do a little sheetrock." Did that on the side. "Hey, can you put up a TV?" "Yeah, I can put up a TV." And these jobs started to roll in. And apparently, and I didn't realize at the time, I didn't want to find a job. I was done. I had spent 30 years in corporate America and I was done. I just hadn't told myself that yet. And so it started to get bigger and bigger. We hired our first employee about 9 months later, or I did, I should say we, back then it was just I. And then about a year ago, we had 2 full-time employees and now we have 15. So yeah. It's been a very good year. I can't complain.
That is a lot of growth in a short amount of time.
It is a lot of growth in a short amount of time. And it's been, we've had some growing pains, but it's gone really well.
I can imagine. And I'm so glad you steered this towards the origin story because it's fantastic. What do you attribute your rapid growth to? I mean, it sounds like you got something good going. What do you think it's attributable to?
Well, I think we found a niche in the market that not too many others had spotted. Of course, I'm going to, tell the secret sauce here. Now I'll have all kinds of competition. But we initially started out just as a handyman service, and most handyman are individuals. And then you've got full contractors who do big jobs. And there's this sort of nothing in between kind of category. And that's sort of what we filled, where you could have multiple people and therefore you get consistency. And you get, you don't have to worry about one person working alone answering the phones. "Oh, I can't get there for a week." We can always get there pretty fast because we have so many people. But I think the primary thing that's made us successful is this. We are not in the handyman business. We are not in the painting business. What we sell is trust and peace of mind. So when we show up on somebody's doorstep, they decide quickly, do I want this person in my house? Do I want this person alone in my house when I have to leave? Am I confident that when they leave, the job is done perfectly and that I can still get a hold of the person? When we started initially, people knew exactly where I lived. So if we weren't like, everybody talks about the contractors who disappear. People know my address. I'm not going anywhere.
Instant accountability.
So, and I think that emphasis on trust and peace of mind has really helped us. We hire based on personality first and skill set second. I can teach someone how to put in a faucet better if maybe they don't have a lot of experience. I cannot teach someone how to exude that personality and be that ethical and trustworthy person. They've got to be that way before they come to us. And so I think that's what's really led to our success is our people. Our people are fantastic.
Well, I mean, it seems like it would be common sense, but it's in so many ways it's not common out there, and it's amazing that you've put that together. And I applaud your success. And I personally, as a real estate professional, am thrilled you are coming to Pacific Beach because, like I said, it's like a doctor, a lawyer, and a dentist. You need a handyman that you know and trust. So thank you for filling that role for so many people. Let's move back real quickly. Broad scope, what services are you offering and how did you differentiate yourself from somebody like a GC? general contractor?
So we're both legally and ethically different from a general contractor. We're the guys that do the small jobs. We're the guys that do the honey-do list. Someone's got a list of 10 items, and either they don't want them to do themselves, or their husband tried it, and then the wife will say, okay, we're stopping here, we're hiring a professional. We hear that a lot, actually. But it's all the little stuff. It's stuff like, would you put up a new ceiling fan? Would you change an outlet? Can you change out a toilet? Can you paint that wall? That type of thing. Well, we are not builders, and that's what you need a GC for. We don't do big projects.
Got it.
We do light electrical and light plumbing. So for instance, we'll change out a toilet, or we will change out your ceiling fan, like I mentioned. But if you need your house rewired, we got a guy for that. And that's another way we differentiate ourselves, is I have a licensed professional I work with as a third party in almost every discipline. So when it's over our heads, we recommend that licensed professional. So we tell people, make us your one stop, give us a call. If we can't do it, we know a guy who can, and that you can trust because we've already vetted him. But we're definitely the fix-it guys, if you will.
That is terrific. And you mentioned painting. I know you have some new efforts in the works and expanding. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So we are a full-service painting company now, or we're working with a full-service painting company. We're working with Mario Aguirre Painters, and he is a licensed painting company. We're actually in the process of making that merger complete, but for right now, he is doing all the work, and we just recommend him. It's a legal distinction that's important, but and he and his crew have over 50 years experience. So we do exteriors, interiors. We restrict ourselves to residential, but we've been doing that a few months now, and we seem to be getting the same good reviews we get from the handyman service. And we're happy to put in, it's a little different than handymaning, which we charge by the hour. With painting, we will give you a full bid, or Mario will give you a full bid for how much it will cost up in advance. Got
it. And you mentioned reviews. I know most of the people, you are a powerhouse on Nextdoor, and that's how most people are finding you. Is that the best way to reach you? And how would you like people to find Call Glen again?
Well, they can look on Nextdoor, where we have 280 reviews under handymaning. So we're pretty proud of that. But the best way to reach us is just call us. We like phone calls. In fact, people who text us, we'll call them back because we like that personal touch. Our phone number is 619-786-5662. And you'll get my amazing dispatcher, Jessica, and she'll take good care of you and send out one of our people.
That is fantastic. All right. Glen, I appreciate your time today so much, and I've known you for a long time, and I can personally testify as a character witness that if anybody, you're going to invite anybody into your house, everybody out there, Glen and his company are the people to call. So Glen, anything else you'd like to mention before we let people get back to their day? Well, we are, you say, inviting us into your house. We own our house because of you. I don't know if you want me saying this, but John was our realtor when we bought the house here. And the original idea was to buy this house, stay here for 5 or 6 years, 7 years, retire and move somewhere else. And they are now going to bury me in the backyard of this house. We are never leaving this house. This is the best house ever. So you did a great job, John. I can't thank you enough. This turned out to be the best house I've ever lived in. I love this house. Well, you made my day, man. And I'm thrilled for you because I love that house too. Professionally and personally, it's such a cool place. But thank you for saying that. Checks in the mail. You're very welcome. Yeah. Again, take care of yourself. I know in this crazy time, especially, and we didn't even hit on COVID, which is a rarity in these interviews, but all of our guys wear masks inside your house, unless we're working outside. We're very COVID conscious. We've had a couple of people get it, and
Fortunately, it hasn't swept through the whole company, but they've gone out on leave for the time being. We if anybody's even remotely not feeling good, we don't send them out. We're very, very careful because we want to protect both our people and our customers.
Absolutely. Well, here's to healthy and happy business and personal life in 2022. Glenn, thanks so much for joining me. I'll be talking to you soon, man.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.